Welcome, everyone, to a Jumaya's World podcast. My name is Mrs. Jumaya, and as always, we have Jumaya with us. Today, we're going to talk sports. We have, an ongoing debate of whether or not LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. And right now, with the NBA Finals,
the first round of the NBA playoffs. But
first round of the NBA playoffs going on, and the Cavaliers and LeBron James is down to the Pacers 2-1. What say you?
This is what I'm saying. People just want to hate LeBron James just to hate LeBron James, and they don't really.
You talking to Skip?
Skip Bayliss is an idiot. Look, I'm not gonna call him an idiot, but he's always hated LeBron James simply because he was a guy that covered Michael Jordan when he played for the Bulls. You know, like how when you're attached to something and you go up with it and you see that person turns out to be great. Skip Bayliss is like a person of the moment still 30 years later. Like he still thinks like LeBron James has been able to do a lot more with a lot less. Let me just give you an example. People don't give Scottie Pippen any credit. Do you know that Michael Jordan never made it out of the first round before Scottie Pippen got there?
Did you know that? I did hear that, yes.
Okay, so Michael Jordan is so great. He came into the league in 84. Okay, we were like babies, whatever's going on, right? This dude did not make it out of the first round until Scottie Pippen was drafted to the Chicago Bulls, or however he got there, right? LeBron James came into the league, 17, 18 years old. He had players on his team. You could have been on his team, and you suck at basketball.
How you know?
And you would have went to the... He brought a team that had no business even being in the NBA.
So you're saying that when you're comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan had a Scottie Pippen, LeBron James did not.
No. What I'm saying is, look, after the Scottie Pippen thing, Michael Jordan was able to play with like Dennis Rodman,
he had some great people,
Steve Kerr, Ron Harper. They put together defensive players and stuff around him, but he had one common medium: Scottie Pippen. You see, when you have two great players like Kobe and Shaq, Worthy, Magic, but then he had other dudes too. Magic Johnson had some really great players around him, but nobody talks about that. They had, everybody always has that consistent number two. Kyrie Irving left the Cavaliers. Listen, in my opinion, Kevin Love sucks. That's LeBron James's number two. Okay. Kevin Love. He's if I'm starting a team, right, and Kevin Love is anywhere near the second best player I can pick, I'm not picking another person. I'll just go play myself. And I suck at basketball too. Like, that's not my sport. I can play, but I'm not like a NBA level player.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm not gonna just knock somebody for not being capable of doing what they're supposed to do unless they are an NBA player, unless you are an NFL player. You're being paid as such, Kevin Love, but whenever he's needed, he sucks. He's not like... If LeBron James and the Cavs are coming, it's like, oh, we got to prepare for Kevin Love. Like, nobody's doing that. You had to prepare for Scottie Pippen. You had to prepare for James Worthy. You had to prepare for other people. Kobe and Shaq. Like, these dudes don't understand. And then you'll have somebody going to be like, yeah, but he had Dwayne Wade in Miami. Dwayne Wade's knees don't work. When Dwayne Wade won that championship with Shaq was the reason that they won that championship. People don't realize how great Shaq was. Like, people look at players and they're like, yeah, LeBron James is the number one player, but he should be able to do this, he should be able to do that. He's one guy. It's five guys on the court. What did it...
And I don't really follow, but what I do know and what I've seen is that if you have one other strong player that can take some of the heat off of that quote unquote great player, that's how that great player is able to shine most of the time.
Most of the time. But what I'm saying
basketball.
Listen, basketball is five players. It's five players. Two of them being great, it drastically improves your chances of being unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay. Football. Let's talk about football. Tom Brady threw for 505 yards and lost. Why did that happen? It's a team sport. The defense sucked, and Bill Belichick sabotaged them and didn't put Malcolm Butler in the game in the Super Bowl because he's still...
Those are some big accusations.
No, but it's the truth. Why would you...
You think he would sabotage and lose a Super Bowl ring?
His what?
Lose the chance at another Super Bowl ring?
Bill Belichick is not worried about Super Bowl rings right now. People don't realize his legacy. If you throw away the Browns with his first coaching job where he just awful... He has the Giants when he coached one of the greatest players in Lawrence Taylor. He has a lot of things that he's done. Even he in my opinion, once he realized what he could do, and Tom Brady won that championship with the Rams when they cheated the Raiders. When he realized the formula, Tom Brady is great, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that Bill Belichick's defense was able to limit the amount of points scored.
Mm-hmm.
When they scored that amount of points, 41, they couldn't win. It shows you that Tom Brady is great, but he needs help. LeBron James is great. It's a game of 5 people. And
you always need help.
You always need help.
Michael Jordan did not do it by himself.
Absolutely not.
He also need and got great help.
Okay, and now, like for all people, it's going to be hating, like, yo, yeah, but this and that. When Jordan left, Scottie Pippen still took the team to the playoffs. When LeBron James left the Cavs, they were in the first round of the lottery every year. They sucked, even with Kyrie Irving there without LeBron. So what I'm saying is this: when you talk about great, and then the whole thing with like this James Harden thing, James Harden just had a game where he shot horribly and Chris Paul went off. So they have other players on the team that can make up for it. LeBron James does not have that.
On the Cavaliers, he hasn't had that.
Oh, listen, let me just say, the Cavaliers, right? When he had Kyrie Irving was a great number 2. Kyrie Irving wanted to be a superstar. He wanted to be that number 1 guy. Mm-hmm. He goes to Boston this season. He gets injured. He's not even playing right now in the playoffs. And his team is still winning without him.
Ooh.
So when you say, I'm not saying that Kyrie Irving isn't a great player. I think he's a great player, but your team around you means something.
And you know what? One thing that I can respect about Scottie Pippen, it takes a strong person to realize that you are that number 2.
Yes.
And to realize what your role is.
Yes.
And to know, even though people don't say your name and you don't have the big sneaker deal and everything else, but to know that this couldn't be without your input and what you've done. That takes a very, very strong person to be able to do that. Very strong.
I agree with you totally with what you're saying. And even with you saying that, people are going to still act like idiots. This is what I'm saying. You understand exactly what's going on. You know that you need more than one person. People really think that Michael Jordan was shooting threes from his butt cheeks. Like, they really think that he was just I'm not saying he was an amazing player, but a lot of the things that were going on, he didn't have a great game every night. And they won because he didn't have to be great every night.
But that's every team sport. Every team sport that has one great shining player has a great support system, because you can't be great and really win and do things like that if you don't have a good support system. You can't.
And you know what's crazy about it? In this era right now, obviously, there wasn't Twitter and stuff like that when Michael Jordan was playing, and people weren't able to analyze. There wasn't Google. There wasn't a lot of information to make you see what we're talking about. Because if you go back and look at Scottie Pippen they had the best NBA players, the top 50 players. Scottie Pippen is one of them. Mm-hmm. For the history of the NBA. So Michael Jordan had that luxury, and notice my word, luxury, of playing with a great player that you just said, which is great. You have to understand that he accepted his role. Mm-hmm. He's one of the 50 greatest players of the history of the NBA.
Exactly. And no one can ever take that from him. No one can take the rings away from him.
Nope.
No one can take any of his accolades away from him, and he played his role well.
And let me just say something again about that. It's very, very funny that when people mention Michael Jordan, they don't mention Scottie. But that's the way that it goes. It's sort of like Tom Brady.
That's anything.
You only mention Tom Brady.
Yeah, but until now, he has a whole line protecting him. He has wide receivers catching the ball. He has a defensive team that's going to keep the points down. But yes, you only talk about the leader of the team. Okay, so now when you look at LeBron, and this is what I'm saying. The reason that I'm saying this is very, very clear. I think that his team right now, we could go down his team. J.R. Smith should have been cut when they lost that finals, when he was just throwing up. Let me just say this. He had something going on with his child, and like his mentality is probably not there. I know his child was sick or something like that. And I understand that. And I'm very, very sensitive to that. But I also have to understand that when you have your job and your job is to do something, you have to compartmentalize as a national athlete. You have to be, like, a lot of people go through a lot of things. Isaiah Thomas, his sister died. He went out, he played, like, certain things. It's not fair, but you're paid and compensated for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you're like a normal guy. J.R. Smith is not a guy that could just go out. Like, he's not working at Walmart. He's playing in the playoffs in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So you have to be able to make better decisions. You have to play up to what you're being paid. Tristan Thompson, I understand. Look, people want to bang chicks, all that stuff like that. That's all great. But you can't be doing that while your girlfriend is giving birth. Like, you can't make a story break while she's about to give birth. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying no man, whatever you want to do, but there's a limit. Like, Tristan Thompson is completely healthy and they won't play him.
because of they think that he's not mentally there and all kind of stuff.
Really?
He's completely
crazy. You paying somebody that much money, and because of a Kardashian
making like
purse,
$50 million.
And he's not injured.
Okay.
That's insane.
But what I'm saying is, I understand that it's insane.
And I don't even agree with that decision at all.
I understand. Listen, all I'm telling you is that LeBron James doesn't nearly have the people that should be playing around him. Like he has a point guard, George Hill. If I was starting a team right now, I would draft you instead of George Hill. And I'm being honest.
But I'm great.
Okay, all I'm saying is that Michael Jordan, when he started winning the championships from 91 to 93, he always had a specific surrounding cast that was decent. If you give LeBron James, Scottie Pippen, number one, the coach that they had, Phil Jackson, and that surrounding cast, there is no difference. And I'm willing to argue all the way out. Because LeBron James is a better player than Michael Jordan. All around.
Why?
Because he does more. He assists more. He rebounds more.
Yeah, and I remember, because I wasn't watching it a lot, but I remember people always saying that he hogged the ball and it was a one-man show in his mind when he was playing. People
give him the excuse that he was like an assassin on the court. Oh, him and Kobe. I will take LeBron James over Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Because
even over Kobe?
Even over Kobe, because Kobe Bryant was more of a guy it's him first. Listen, and even with what happened with Shaq, when he backdoored Shaq and all that stuff like that, I'm going based on just overall making my team better.
Yes.
And giving me a great number two. Yeah. If you put LeBron James with Shaquille O'Neal, do me a favor, bro, because everybody complains about, oh yeah, bro, this and that. Put LeBron in place of any great player that's in your top 10, if LeBron James isn't there, and give him that same number two. Give him Shaquille O'Neal. Give him Dwayne Wade when his knees worked. Give him and make it consistent the way Michael Jordan had it. There wouldn't be a debate. There would be no debate. LeBron James has not, and Kyrie Irving is not that guy, because Kyrie Irving was never, he's not a defensive player. See, this is what I'm saying. Michael Jordan with Scottie Pippen, the reason that people can't say that, oh yeah, Michael Jordan is this, Michael Jordan is that, he's the best, and all that kind of stuff like that, is because Scottie Pippen was like a number one defender. Scottie Pippen's arms is probably like Squidward's, all combined. Like Squidward, this dude, when I tell you that he used to, and he always played the premier, 95% of the time, played the other team's best offensive player. So Michael Jordan was able to take time off and do whatever and reserve his energy for the other side. People don't watch the game like that. Michael Jordan had his tongue out, he did a dunk. Bro, what I'm saying is Scottie Pippen was, for those championship runs, if Scottie Pippen isn't there, obviously I just told you before Scottie Pippen got there, he never got out the first round, and he was getting swept, which LeBron James never did with much worse teams. If Scottie Pippen is not there to play that kind of defense and be his number two like that, Jordan doesn't win 6 championships. I don't care how great he is, because what you're saying is he was that great, but it took him 6-7 years to be able to do anything. And most of the people that he was playing against were old. They were like 90 years old. This dude Joe Dumars had no knees, eyeballs, or a head when they play. It was bad. Isaiah Thomas with the Pistons, bro.
Let me ask you a question. And this is just me because I don't really follow. I don't know stats. You said it took Jordan 7 seasons to get his first championship ring. And he would lose in the first round before that.
He was losing in the first round before they got Scottie Pippen.
In LeBron's first 6 to 7 seasons, how far did he go?
I believe, LeBron took them to the finals against the Spurs in what? When did LeBron come into the league? Because I think it was 2007. I know he went to the finals before that. I think he did. I have to go check it, but somebody in the comments going to probably write it. But he came into the league early 2000. I think they got swept by the Spurs in 2009 it might have been around the same time.
How old is LeBron?
LeBron, he was, Shannon Sharp always says it, December 30th, 1984. So he's like 3 years, 34 years old or something, like 33. But what I'm saying is, LeBron James didn't have good coaches.
I'm just trying to compare basic
if you
stuff.
compare it, people will throw Michael Jordan. He'll be in a Riverson place. If you compare the way that LeBron James has never had a good coach in the league, Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson. It was so bad that's
How long did Michael Jordan have Phil Jackson?
He had Doug.
Did he get Phil Jackson the same year he got Scottie Pippen?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. That's a good question. I'm not sure exactly when he came, but he was there for all 6 championships, and he was the reason that Michael Jordan was shunned outside of the Chicago Bulls, because he wanted Phil Jackson to stay. That's how much he loved his coach. That's why they hated him there. And it was all broken up after he came back and won his 6th title, because they were going in a new direction. And that shows you how big Phil Jackson was. Now with the Knicks in New York, we hate him in New York because he ruined the Knicks franchise. Mm-hmm. But as a coach, he was really good with what he did. Obviously, he went and got Shaq and Kobe with the Lakers and did the same thing. So he had a science of making great players play well together. If I start naming the LeBron James coaches, you'd be like, yo, who is that? These guys can go and just be a janitor right now and nobody would miss them. The people that coach LeBron James,
wow, including
Ty Lue. Currently, let's play right now. You don't coach LeBron James. LeBron James is his own coach. And Michael Jordan needed to be coached. Michael Jordan needed to go to college. Michael Jordan needed these things in order to be great. LeBron James just came and was doing it. There is nobody that can take responsibility for LeBron's greatness other than his mom and LeBron James. That's it. That's it. Michael Jordan, North Carolina. He had to have a chance to make that great shot. He had to do a lot of different things. He had to go out there. He had to do a lot more. He's the guy that got cut in his JV team when he was in high school, mm-hmm. Michael Jordan. And it gave him the fire and all that stuff. He needed all that. LeBron didn't. LeBron came in. He was on the cover of like Time magazine. LeBron James has been the king forever. Regardless of what anybody thinks, he's a special entity of the NBA. And all I'm saying is, before everybody jumps because they're down 2-1 right now, and we don't know what's going to happen, compare his team. His team is trash. I don't care what people think about, but he got this, George Hill sucks. Rodney Hood or whatever his name is, I'm so Hood, that guy sucks. The other guy sucks, the junior for the father that used to play for Cleveland, he sucks. Tristan Thompson sucks. J.R. Smith sucks. Kevin Love is terrible. When it comes to like nitty gritty, if you put LeBron James in any other situation, even give LeBron James just Steph Curry. Get rid of
Steph Curry is the number one person.
Well, not right now with where what's the name is there? Your boy over there, Kevin Durant. He's like number 2 now. Kevin Durant's the best guy over there. Yeah, I would have to say he's the number 2 best player.
Steph Curry is playing that number 2 role with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, because
they're working together.
Because he has kids,
mm-hmm.
and his wife needs stuff. So he's just gonna do what he got to do. And they can't really win the big one without him. He's hurt right now. They're going to need him for what he does because he spreads the floor a lot more I think he's the greatest. I think he's better than Reggie Miller. I think he's the greatest shooter ever.
Let me ask you a question.
Stephen Curry.
What I don't quite understand, and this is my logic. I only hear people compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan.
Okay.
I don't hear them compare any other player, and I'm sure there's other great players in there. I don't hear anyone else get compared to Michael Jordan, so that leads me to believe that LeBron James is the best person in the NBA.
Yeah,
and has been for quite
a decade. Yeah, for like a decade. It's it's a reason why.
I do remember Kobe being compared to him for a while.
But you know what it is,
and Kobe had like number 24 because he was one better and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But to me, it was more Kobe comparing himself to Michael Jordan and people picking up on it, whereas I don't really see. And of course, I don't watch it, but I don't really see that so much from LeBron.
Well, he don't have to say much because he's wearing a number. He's only wearing a number because obviously a lot of us grew up idolizing Michael Jordan.
So he's wearing the number out of respect.
Yeah, for Michael Jordan.
Okay.
That was his idol. And he admits it. But Michael Jordan shuns him and tries to disrespect him any chance he gets.
See, you know what? I never really liked him as a person.
Michael Jordan is responsible for some of my friends not being here today because of his sneaker price. But look, that's neither here nor there. The bottom line about what I'm saying is this. Kobe Bryant was resembled to Michael Jordan because of the scoring ability. LeBron is an overall way better player than Michael Jordan. Even if he wanted to score like that, he could do it. But then people say, yeah, but he's bigger than Michael Jordan by a couple inches, whatever. Because Michael Jordan is 6'6", LeBron James 6'8", or sometimes they say he's 6'9", 260, whatever. Michael Jordan's nowhere near that.
They play the same position?
No. He's considered a small forward, LeBron James. Michael Jordan was a shooting guard. But the situation is this. All I'm saying is all around, LeBron James is a much better player than Michael Jordan. I don't care if he loses this series against the Pacers because he's basically playing by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody steps up when needed, and everybody puts everything on him, and they make it seem like he's making up the story. He's not. Every other team that was great had somebody else that they could rely on, no matter what team.
LeBron James was playing for the Cavaliers. They wouldn't help him out, so he went to Miami, got his ring,
got 2 rings,
came back.
And but listen though. Okay, finish what you said.
Are they still not giving him what he needs?
When he came back, they won a ring though. Don't leave that out. He came back to Cleveland and won another ring.
Okay.
That was their first ring ever in history. when you say, are they giving him everything he needs? He lost Kyrie, who was supposed to be his number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought in a bunch of garbage. And then they got rid of that garbage and replaced it with more garbage.
Okay.
So he hasn't really had a decent number 2. He hasn't had a steady number 2.
When he had Kyrie, he got the ring.
Yeah, he got the ring with Kyrie because Kyrie did his part. And Kyrie is a great player, but Kyrie, he's not like, I would take Steph Curry. I would take a lot of other guards over Kyrie. Just because people have to recognize what they're playing with. Like Kyrie thought he was that dude. He's not that dude. When he was there by himself, they were still in the first round of the lottery, which means you suck. LeBron James just needed somebody else like a Pippen, a great player that understands that LeBron is just a little bit better. You see what I'm saying? Like you need somebody like that. Like no matter what you think about it, it's sort of like this. Like Chris Carter, when Randy Moss was drafted to the Vikings, I think Chris Carter was already there when he got there because I know that I think he was there. I heard him talk about this. Even if he wasn't there, I know he was there when Randy Moss started to take off, and he recognized that Randy Moss was great. He spoke about it. He was like, he saw that his targets were going down, but then he recognized, on the other side of the ball, this guy is making people stay all the way back because they're scared. He's opening it up for me. I'm going to make the best out of the situation. A lot of men don't accept that. A lot of men have to be, no, because the woman knows, like the wives that were playing, the wives that were, the wives of the players at that time when Michael Jordan was playing knew that Michael Jordan was the best player. Mm-hmm. But it didn't matter if they, like Scottie Pippen's wife, whatever, I think she started getting banged by a rapper or something, but whatever. I'm just giving an example. They know what the capabilities of their man is. And if the man makes that be known, like, look, I'm great with what I'm doing, like how Scottie Pippen did it, I'm going to do my job. I'm getting paid millions of dollars. I'm rich. So I'm being paid to do something. I'm going to do my job to the best of the ability. He has certain things that makes him a better player. We're on the same team. So it all works out the same way. It's not like with boxing, wrestling, UFC, where it's one-on-one. You go out there and get your butt whipped, your wife going to be mad a couple days. Then when the check clears, everything will be all right again because it's one-on-one. Mm. Team sports, it's not like everybody knows that Michael Jordan was a great athlete. All I'm saying is this. Don't make it seem as if he did it by himself and then try to make it seem like, granted, LeBron James does act a lot sometimes and stuff like that because the refs don't give him calls because he's so big, he should be able to take it.
Meanwhile, they were giving Michael Jordan all the calls.
You couldn't breathe on Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, where is it in the rule book that because he's so big, you're not supposed to call a foul? See, these are the things that people don't talk about. They don't talk about all the stuff that encompasses LeBron James. They just run their mouth about, he's soft, he's this, he's that. Most of the guys that's talking about LeBron James don't even know what a basketball looks like. I honestly believe that. Because for you to even come out your mouth and say the most ridiculous things, like, it doesn't make sense. He's broken almost every record that the NBA has. I
was going to ask you that question, too.
Bro, like, by the time he leaves, listen, all I'm saying is this. He's better than Michael Jordan. No matter what, whoever wants it, whatever. Mm-hmm. If you look at everything that you base it on numbers, whatever, and just what they are able to do, take away Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan doesn't win 6 championships. I don't care what you say, how great he was. You're not winning it. You don't give him that solid number 2, he's not winning it. He was a key component of each championship. He's one of the greatest 50 players in the NBA.
I wonder if he gave Scottie Pippen that respect behind the scenes.
Scottie Pippen don't like Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen don't like him right now. Scottie Pippen is on the air. He's on some kind of show on ESPN or something. He doesn't want to talk about Jordan. Because, you see, this is what it is. It's sort of like Tiger Woods. When Tiger Woods was great, he was a real idiot to everybody. And then now he wants people to feel sorry for him as he goes back. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
You are what you are. That's what you are. And Jordan probably, like I said, because he was great, people will deal with the stuff that he's doing. But you can also be a great player and be a decent person. And for the most part, why didn't they keep Michael Jordan in Chicago? Why did he have to go to the Bobcats and go every place else? It's a reason for that.
Because they knew how he was.
It's a reason for that. Like, exactly. It's a reason for that. So all I'm saying is, bottom line, and people are gonna say, yeah, it was the management, they butt heads, all that stuff. I don't care about all that. If you're like, where's Magic Johnson? He's with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. That's where he played. You think that Magic Johnson didn't have an ego? Why is he there now? Doing what he's doing? Because people recognize when outside of being a great player, you're a decent person. And I'm not saying that Michael Jordan isn't a decent person. I'm saying that based on the teammates that he played with, everybody is not as favorable about him. That's all I'm saying. Because if Scottie Pippen Scottie Pippen tries to find every reason to say something wild about Michael Jordan. Like he'll say LeBron is better than him and stuff like that. It's a reason for that. Like men don't forget what you do when you're on top. The same way like women are, but it's different with men because men will make sure that any chance they get, they're going to make people understand, yeah, he deserves everything he's getting going down the line. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan is great. Nobody could ever take, we can't take that from him. LeBron James is an all-around better player, and that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I want to thank you for helping me out with this interview, and I don't really care what else anybody has to say. And I challenge everybody that listens to this to spread it everywhere and find out where I'm wrong. Prove to me that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James without saying 6 rings, 6 MVPs. That's usually what they go to. That's it.
How many does LeBron have?
He has 3 rings.
How many MVPs?
He should have 3. I don't think anybody has. They had to give him all 3. He should have 3 rings and 3 MVPs with everyone that he won because he's the reason that they were there. So he should have 3 MVPs. Okay. So I challenge someone to give me a reason that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James without saying 6 rings, 6 MVPs. Okay. I'm done.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoy it. We always love a debate, but you got to come correct. All right. Talk to you later.